Hello YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Japanese with Liz. Today I am going to show you how to make an Anki deck. And so the first thing you're going to want to do is open up Google or whatever search browser that you prefer. You're going to type in the word Anki, which is spelled A-N-K-I. Anki is a spaced repetition flashcard program, and it is basically a product that helps you memorize information based on how well you learn it with the flashcard. So if you know the information pretty well, you click a button and it's like, okay, we don't need to do this again for another month. If you don't know it so well, it says, well, maybe you need to do it again in 15 minutes. So you're going to download this, and it is a pretty decent little set. I use it all the time. There's a Windows download, a Linux download, a Mac. There's also an application for the Android and the iPhone. The iPhone version does cost, but I believe I got the Android version for free. So that's something to think about if you plan to take it with you. Go ahead and download the deck and get that started. It's going to ask you for permission to install it on your computer, and then it's going to bring up this installation folder. Go ahead and click install. Again, I am running Windows 8, so if you have XP or Vista or 7, whatever they were before this, it might look a little different for you. If you're upgrading your Anki deck, that's great. You go ahead and follow the information for that. I'm going to assume that you're setting it up for the first time, so it doesn't take long, as you can see. So go ahead and click close, and then you're going to collapse your browser. Don't close out of your browser just yet, but collapse it down so that you can see the Anki shortcut that's been installed on your computer. Select the language that you'd like to see it in. I speak English, so I want to see my user interface displayed in English, and this is basically what you get, this little application. Because we are working with the second language, you will need to have that language installed on your computer. It's really simple to do. You can Google that kind of information and it'll pull it up. If you're doing Japanese, if you Google how to put Japanese onto your whatever your operating system is, usually the pack's already included and all you have to do is activate it. So that's real easy to do, and you can find that on Google, and there's really comprehensive steps. Someone went to a great deal of time to screenshot everything, so you can do that. And you're going to click Create Deck, and it's going to come up with Name for Deck, and you're going to type in Hiragana. Click OK. Now you have your deck. You're going to click on it, and then you're going to go up to the word Add, and you're going to go ahead and start adding the information that you want. Since you're learning Hiragana, you're going to need to switch your keyboard to Japanese, and type in A. And then if you push enter, so you don't have to switch between English, you could push control and you can push A and it'll give you the English A. Same for E, you know, so don't do what I did. Control I, there you go. Add, U, control U, add, control E, add, and O, control O, add. Now you've just completed your first deck. So as you can see, I'm go ahead and type in Ka, which is not working out so well for me, but I'm not going to add this card to the deck. I just want you to see, you know, have a good idea how to do it. So go ahead and click close, and you're going to have this Hiragana deck that now you can study. So click study now. After you've clicked study now, you're going to get a screen that's going to pop up and looks going to look like this, and this is the character that you inputted earlier. This is character A. And at the bottom of the screen, you're going to have this show answer. There's a blue 5, a red 0, and a green 0. And when you click show answer, you're going to get the option to see the card again in less than a minute. If you're good, you'll see it again within 10 minutes. And if it's easy, you won't see it again for a number of days. So we're going to click again because we don't know this card very well. And we're going to get this next character. And we're going to go through the process for each card. And if you click good, then you'll, like I said, you'll see the character again. But because we don't know the characters very well and we're just starting, we should always give ourselves more practice. So again. And then we have the same character, U, and just continue to do this process throughout the study session, and you should be pretty good to go. As you can see, it's starting to learn how well I know the information, and it's moving the cards. Now the blue card is 1, and the red cards are 8, and the red cards are cards that I still need to study, and the green won't change over for a while. Green doesn't usually change over until you don't need to review the information for several months to several years. So that 0 may stay a 0 for a while. And as you can see, now we have 10 cards that we need to view. We started with 5. That's because they're going to give us the cards again a couple of times. So once you click good, that you know it and that you're good with the information, it doesn't give you the card again for several minutes. So you can do this at your own pace, and it's a lovely way to study because it's really low key and not so stressful. And I find it's a really good way to just memorize a myriad of things that require rote memorization. And one of the worst things about learning language is all the rote memorization that you do have to put into the language. Unfortunately, it is quite a lot. And there's just so much of it. But like I said, with this you can go through it pretty quickly and be in pretty good shape to move forward with your studies. When you're finished with it, you'll do the last card, and the last card will send you back to a screen that looks similar to your login screen, and it'll say that you finished that deck. Of course, when you're done studying, there's also the option to come back to your custom study session and rebuild your decks. Rebuild your decks as many times as you need to. That is something that is something you can do whenever you need to relook at that information. Now, you don't have to use this just for second languages. Some people use it for studying for the LSAT or studying for the MCAT. Both of those tests are very rigorous, and this program will help you with those as well. So if you have another area where you're struggling, be it biology or psychology or you know, thermonuclear dynamics or something crazy like that, you can use this program for all of those kind of things. You can even insert pictures. I haven't learned how to do that yet, but when I do figure that out, I will put the deck up, and it will be something that I will pass along to my viewers who are learning Japanese. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and look for the new videos coming this week. Thank you very much.